gotta make an
Hey
intro.
y'all.
Hey.
How y'all
What's
been?
been
We
good? How you
good. How you
been?
been? How are
I've
you
been living life
feeling?
to the fullest, honey. I've been
How are
Oh
you
yeah.
trying.
feeling? You know you dancing. How you feeling?
Hey, oh baby, let me
Well, what's
tell
your
you.
dance?
You do a little Chicago,
Look,
a little Chicago
Do
look,
your
too?
dance,
dance on them.
dance.
Do your dance on them. Do your dance on them. Ah.
See, y'all bring out my real personality. That's why I love
That's
y'all.
what we want to do.
I can't believe they left Maryland hanging all the way to the end like that. Like, please be serious. That was very messy.
You
Yo,
wasn't breathing, was you, Shay?
it was
Bree
a mess.
No,
wasn't
I was
breathing.
like, mind you,
My
my
stomach
dad texted
dropped
me.
down
He's
to
like,
my
"Is
butt about
Maryland not gonna get
5
in?"
times. Me and Brene was sitting there. We like every time when they got to like 6 or 7, we like, and then they did cause I'm like, oh my God, thank you. I was like, thank you, Jesus.
Okay, so answer me this: we coming to your doorstep, but when they got to Albany too, and you saw all
Oh
them
my
teams
God.
being listed off, what was y'all doing? What was y'all doing?
Every time they named somebody, we was like, oh my God, this is gonna be us. We like, and then camera people didn't make it no better because they kept on putting the cameras up. So like every time you would see them put the cameras up, so we like, oh my God, is this really gonna be us? So we sitting there. I put my I had a piece of paper, so I'm just putting it over my mouth, over my face because I know how my facial expressions are. So I was like, let me just put this right here and then see how I do. They didn't call us. I said, Jesus. I said, I'm not even gonna lie. I started speaking in tongues.
Come on. Come on.
Come on,
I was
amen.
like, oh my God.
Y'all tell them that.
We got to
Ah, bah, 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 bah,
baby.
bah, 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 bah.
Okay. I was like, oh. All the coaches, they just started laughing because they knew what I was saying. I was like, oh my God, come on, Lord. Come be with us. Oh, be with us at this time. But child, we was just like, oh God, whole time.
Oh.
See, I didn't know they be teasing y'all like that. I thought they know when this y'all turn. I didn't know they do that every time. So wow. So y'all, they really
Yes.
was playing with y'all emotions.
Oh,
Yes,
so y'all
like I
have
was
no clue.
literally sweating. First off, they had us playing games out there. We was playing games on that court. And man, you, I sweated more than I sweated in practice. So I was like, I'm already still sweating. So I'm like sitting there, I'm like, okay. I said, camera people, can y'all just stop putting the cameras up? I'm scared right now. Help a sister out. They said we trying to get ready. I said, well, I need y'all to figure out another way to get ready. Put the cameras right here at your chest. Something. Because I can't do it.
So, so y'all really have no idea until they call it.
Yes.
Oh
Until like we knew like, okay, that's gonna be us. And we was like, yay! That's when it was. And we was like, y'all made us wait till the last doggone minute.
We sat here the
And we was
whole
like,
time.
yes, we was Coach B, she was like, y'all either gonna be in the front or we gonna be at the end. We was
Oh.
at the end.
Yeah.
So we was just like, okay, all
Okay.
right.
Well, let's go ahead and walk on down that road. So Bree, talk to us
Mhm.
about, you've been at Maryland for 2 years now.
Mhm.
Your first year was a typical, rookie season.
Yeah.
Had some really good players playing in front of you. This year was a completely different team, different experience. I had a tough
Yeah.
schedule. That's Maryland tradition, tough schedule. Guard you always have talented guards, but you took on a new role this year. To talk about those areas where you saw yourself improve this season, and those areas where you saw your team improve this season.
Um, where I saw myself improve was like towards it was really after South Carolina. I really and UConn. It was after them games, like after we got through the hard games to really
You can
like
say it, the
understand and know
hard game.
ourselves. I was like, okay, Brenda, I'll take it. But I'm not even gonna lie, I started to know the difference. Like once, like okay, we just getting the starter stuff. Like we lost Abby, we lost our main scorers, Abby and Diamond. So we had to figure out who gonna score, who gonna come in and score majority of the points, and we just had to figure it all out. It was like hard in the beginning because like one, we didn't know what everything was gonna be because like we had a bunch of injuries and then like lineup started to change, so we was just trying to figure everything out. And once we like, once we saw like the big difference with the team, I can say it was after uh I feel like after Ohio State the second time, because like we just started to start putting things together and started working as a team, because like in the beginning we was playing 105 for real, and it wasn't like
Yeah.
getting nowhere. Like it wasn't getting us nowhere. We wasn't really staying with the game plan. So I feel like now that we see like, okay, what we doing ain't working, and clearly Brenda know what she's talking about. The lady been in it for 21 years, so clearly
Fix.
we need to fix it. So we came together, talked to each other, like telling each other like, hey, we got to get it together, especially when we was going into the last stretch. We was like, we got to win like the rest of these games, like even though we lost like three of the games like in that stretch, we still did a good job. We still stayed in it with most of the team. So I feel like we saw that growth, and then when we went into the tournament, we was like, we don't have nothing to lose. Like, just come in, play our hardest, and play for 40 minutes, because we have not played for 40 minutes. And we started to grow and really trust each other, and we just had like meetings just to talk about like certain things to help us. And yeah, I feel like that's really what helped us, having those meetings and talking to each other. And because we have a good relationship off the court, but like on the court it's like we just couldn't figure it out. So I feel like we got it together, and now like I feel like we're in a better place than we were in the beginning of the season.
I mean, that's like a perfect segue. Because you kind of talked about like that adversity of,
Hmm.
you know, y'all like each other, y'all played together before, but things are different. You don't have
Right.
those two like staple
Right.
players anymore. And it's like, who, you know, like y'all got to make a decision. Like, is it
Yeah.
me, like, or am I going to defer? Or like, how are we working together? So with that being said, what
Hmm.
was the biggest challenge that you would say you guys faced in having those tough conversations with each other about, are we gonna listen to Brenda or are we gonna do us? Like what how
Mhm.
unfold in the locker room? Were there uncomfortable moments, or was it just like y'all all were just like, you know what, it's not working, we got to tap in?
I can't say like it was moments where it was uncomfortable, like we was walking like walking on eggshells, saying like, what should I say? Is this gonna hurt somebody or this, that, and the third? Like I can admit myself, like I'm a very like passionate person when it comes to the game. So like if I feel like I'm being attacked at something, I'm saying something. Like it's just that. And I feel like that's what it was majority of the season. But now like we know like we not saying this just to hurt your feelings. We saying this to make sure we get better. So I feel like we taking everything with a grain of salt, and just like not take we're taking the message, not the delivery. And I feel like we gotten better with that. And just knowing like, bro, we ain't got nothing to lose. Like everybody, we know people gonna be against us. Like that's gonna happen. But like we still gotta stick together, play a 40-minute game, and follow the game plan, because that's all that's gonna work. Like if we follow the game plan, do what we need to do, and play Maryland defense and Maryland basketball in general, we can win. And we stayed in it with like beat Ohio State, stayed in it with them in the beginning. Like, and we was battling with Iowa during that time. Like it was like a bunch of stuff that showed us like, yeah, we got this. We know what we need to do. We know how to get there. It's just we gotta make the finish finish our games and stop making small errors in the minute in those minutes in the game. So I feel like that was really what helped us.
Put that on the shirt. Take the message
I
and not the
think
And
delivery.
not the delivery.
I
I had to
appreciate that
learn that.
because yeah, I appreciate that because I think so many people get lost in, well, maybe you need to say it nicer. And it's kind of like, like,
Hmm.
damn that.
No.
Like, I'm passionate.
Right.
I'm you know me. I said what I said, and I'm not mad at you, but maybe I'm a little mad
Right.
at the situation. So take the message. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to
Yeah.
soften my blow. I'm passionate. I said what I said. We just got to figure out
Right.
how we can get past it. So I like that you
Yeah.
acknowledge, like, I don't need to
Yeah.
soften my delivery. No, you figure it out, and we just gonna figure it out together.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah,
Right.
because it's like it's been moments in games where like me, I'm the type of player, I'm gonna talk mess. Like I'm a forever talk mess, and like in general, like it was. I'll give you an example from when we played Rutgers at home. My aunt is actually one of the coaches on the staff, and I'm talking to her, and they was like, it was a foul that they called, and I said, you know they called that because y'all said something. one of the girls, they was talking to me. I'm like, baby, that's my auntie. What is you talking about? Sit back. Like, sit back. And then my teammates was like, Bri, shut the fuck up. I was like, all right. I said, all right, cool. I'm like, all right, cool. And then everybody was like, that's your auntie? I said, yeah. But I was like,
Who you on?
Wait,
Tasha Pointer. Tasha Pointer is my auntie.
Come on. Wait, are
Yeah.
you the biggest trash talker on the team?
Oh, for sure. For
So
sure.
she didn't even have to think about it. She
Oh,
said,
we
yeah, it's
love
me.
those.
Like,
So
We
oh,
what's
love
your
baby,
those.
go?
don't
What's your
don't let me
go-to?
start getting hot. Don't let me start getting
So
hot, because
you
that's
cooking,
gonna
you
really
on
happen.
Jazz.
What's
Cause
your
baby, I'm gonna start
what's your
saying
go-to trash
payal.
talk?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
if
what
I
you
hit a shot, if I hit a shot, like if I know I like did you dirty on the shot, like I smack it in your face, I'm saying payal every time. Like, and you would even hear it with some of the team, like Brene, like when she would shoot a three, like you hear it in the Ohio State game when we was playing at Ohio State. I passed it to her, and then I'm running back. I'm like payal, and then you hear it, and then she knocked it down. I was like, yup. And then if somebody just started saying something to me, like saying I traveled or something, I'm like, girl, bad, stop. Cool. It's not cute. Keep it cute, boo.
see, I
But
used to
yeah.
be giggling in people's face. I used to laugh at people. Like, you're mad. You're so mad.
Right. Like, boo, sit back, boo. Like, it was like,
Paya is a bad one. I'm using it.
oh
I
my
don't care.
yeah.
I don't care. I'm using it. When I put it on
oh,
the tip,
yeah.
it's paya, bitch. Don't play with me.
All right.
We
Let's
here.
Now she
see.
didn't say she had that extra part.
She do. She do. I know
Right. You
she do.
always adding stuff.
We here. We
It
here.
works though.
We
It
here.
works.
Now I'm going to be saying it on the low a little bit.
On the low.
So
On the low.
you like I love how these questions keep connecting because you alluded to it. So you guys like came into the Big Ten tournament and said, I don't know what y'all thought we was doing, but we about to be on your ass. And y'all came in there. I'm be honest, I wasn't even really watching the game. I look on my app and Maryland up. I said, well, excuse me, y'all is on Ohio State down. So y'all
Yeah.
came to the Big Ten tournament and started looking like the team that y'all knew that y'all could be and can continue to be this season. So what are some things you guys are taking away from how successful you guys were in the tournament and think you guys can use as you go into the big dance?
It really started with us like stacking days in practice, like having good days in practice, like just coming into practice knowing like shit, ooh, that this could be like yo,
We all
this
family here,
literally
girl.
could
Come
be your
on.
last practice. Like you never know. So like come in every day, like this may be our last practice. Let's put in the work. Like we got to like at this point. So like when we got into the tournament, like we play our scout guys every day. They beating us up. We like, all right, we play scout harder than we play these teams. So like, all right, let's try it. Like, and Coach B, I'm not even gonna lie, she say that all the time. She be like, y'all be going so hard with scout, y'all don't be going that hard against the teams. So like I was just thinking of it like, all right, bro, I play scout all the time. I can play against men all the time. All right, bet. So I said clear game right there. So I was like, bro, we play against Scout. Like Scout be beating us up. Like they beat us up worse than the people that we play. So like we gotta go in hard, coming in with a different mentality, ready to work and be ready to play because we're gonna get everybody's best game. So he's like, okay, let's keep playing, keep rolling. If people go on to get the momentum in the moment, all right, let's not get too crazy. Let's bring it back down and gain it back because it's not that hard if we just keep going, keep playing. And yeah, like it was just staying the course of the whole thing, like not getting too high, not getting too low, and staying in the moment and staying in that one possession possession, like just worrying about the possession that's in front of us, not the one like behind us or in front of us. But yeah.
Okay, I like that. So we're here. It's tournament time. Um, and we're not trying to get you in trouble or nothing, but you guys are going in against Iowa State. You're in the Stanford Regional.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about your seating? Do you think it kind of is where you guys should be, or do you think you were a little bit underrated? How would you say you guys are stacking up in the tournament?
I say that like we are where we are. I really don't like doubt where they put us at because like we're gonna still like be who we are and play how we play. So like the seeding don't matter to me as long as I'm in the tournament. That's how I feel. Like as long as I'm in the tournament, I'm good. And if we just come in ready to play, like we know, like we emphasize, like we playing for our seniors. Like we got to play for our seniors. This day last game, like we got to play. So just knowing that it's for the seniors, and we got to show up when our numbers called. Like we just can't come in like lollygag and like waiting waiting on our time to come. Like we just gotta be ready and throw the first punch, like hit them first. So I feel like that was the main thing that we focused on. Yeah.
I like that. Okay, we're gonna get lady. So coming into college, you
Oh.
were originally committed to Texas A&M under Gary Blair.
Hmm.
Gary Blair decided to retire. Of course, that then led you to Maryland. What made you choose Maryland after you chose to decommit from Texas A&M?
And what were your other
What made me
options?
chose?
And what were the other options too?
Yeah, where else?
The other options was Texas, Maryland, uh, mostly some of the teams in the Big Ten. That was really it. But the reason what made me chose
Maryland.
Maryland was Maryland because is that Coach B, she was the first coach to call, get my papers released, talk to me, got me on campus quick. So and then like don't nobody really notice like my grandfather passed away 3 years ago, and I haven't been able to like I wasn't able to like sleep like throughout the night. So it was hard for me to like go to sleep and stuff. So the after like our dinner, I was like, Mom, I think I want to commit. And she was like, okay, like just sleep on it. Like have you like sleep on it, let God give you a sign. So I was like, okay, prayed and then I slept through the night. And I'm like, Mom, he ain't give me no sign. Like I was like trying to figure it out, like what the sign was. And she was like, you slept. And I was like,
Amen.
and I said, baby,
What the-
and I said, I'm committing to that. So I was like, so that was really like showed me that my grandfather was that showed me that this was the right spot for me, and I was just so happy.
With an organ.
Amen.
Yeah.
No, for
Dun,
real.
dun, 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 dun.
What?
Yo, you is foolish. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man.
Hayabashada.
Oh
He don't
Lord, here we go.
he
I
don't
know for
say
myself.
nothing.
Hey,
He don't even gotta say that, but he will bring you peace.
ah!
Amen.
I will
Speaking.
keep you in perfect peace. Whoa! Hey God, hey God.
I want to give your wonderful mother a shout out. I
We
asked
love
about getting
her.
your I asked about getting your jersey. She sent me the link. My jersey is in the mail on the way, ma'am. So when I get it, I will post and let you know.
Thank
But
you.
I want to know, and you can answer this however you want. You all are undersized. It's no secret. I know you guys talked about roles and how you approach games. How do y'all come into that knowing like, man, we gonna have to bang in the post every game?
Yeah, we was like, all right, we gonna
Did
have to do what
Dolores?
it do.
Okay. Sorry, Dolores still get catch. He got the
He
Holy Ghost.
still got the Holy Ghost. I know that's right, baby. Amen. Hallelujah. Praise Him.
You be under that prayer cloth. I know it.
Yeah.
I know it. You wear stockings. You wear a slip. You wear a slip and a chapel bell on your head. I know it.
Oh.
My God.
Oh my God.
Holiness is right. Woo!
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, I stop.
Oh my God.
You slept.
Mm. I did this.
Glory.
My God.
Oh,
Please.
go
Oh
ahead.
my goodness.
Go ahead, sister. Woo, glory.
No, but the thing is that we like notice like, all right, like in practice we emphasize it like, okay, we like if we decide we'd be like, all right, we gotta really like be in white line. We can't like we ain't got no big tall person than us, so we got to be in white line. So we like, all right, be in white line, help be when you arrive on the catch, all stuff like that. So we really just be like, bro, white line, white line, white line. Like we even got a like a literal white line in the middle of the paint to that they take down to make sure that we know, like, all right, white line, white line, white line. And they even tell us in practice. So yeah, like it's certain stuff, like we go over film, like they would point out the little things in film about white line, or like in the things that we call W's and L's, like if we not in that. So like they really just like emphasize a lot of stuff. Look at my mama in the chat. Lord Jesus. She talk about
Shout out to Mama. Come on through, Mama.
We love it.
hey girl.
Shit. I love
Dolores, please, honey.
a praying mother.
Not a few.
But I had a praying grandmama and mama.
It's made for you. You, the Lord. Woo! Yeah, my God. Woo! I'm gonna cry after this basis because that was good.
All right.
My God.
You're gonna go. I can ask the next question.
So this is off the question list. We basically done with the questions, but we love you that much. There, Lo always says this. There are certain players that look like they should be an SEC type player.
Mm-hmm.
And you are the definition of, like, when we say like dog, like you can go to any conference and get yours. It was kind of on the question, but I had to spin it just a little bit. What about you, or like what work did you do to kind of created that like it factor in your game? That like dog, that like it don't matter if you knocking every shot down or not knocking no shot down. We know you in the game. We know you on defense. We know you on defense. Where did you get that from?
I'm not even gonna lie, like I always had it. It was just like my freshman year, I just couldn't show it. Like I wasn't playing that much and I was a freshman. I didn't like know what I was doing. I was just out there half the time. Like I was just doing what I could. But like I always had that mentality. The defense part, I literally just got it last year because baby, at first I was not playing no defense in high school and I was living my life. So my high school coach always getting on me like that. He was like, you go to college to play defense, but you couldn't play defense for me. But hey, but just really like, yeah, every time. But I'm not even gonna lie, like just like coming in, I just had that mentality, like whoever in front of me, like you getting work. And even if I'm like in front of you, I'm still like I'm irritating you up and through this gym, like it like 94 feet. It's that like so I'm just like I just came to the point where like I'm me. Like I know what I gotta do. I know what I like need to do. I always been this type of person. So like I'm me. I'm just finna show them like, all right, this what everybody in Chicago had to deal with for my whole 4 years. So like it is what it is.
We see each other.
I'm me. Type it in the chat.
I'm me.
Exactly.
Okay.
94
feet. I don't care what you're saying.
94 feet, baby.
Don't play with it. 94 feet. Okay, last question, then we're gonna let you, ride until you're not.
Okay.
You're ready for the tournament. So this season, in a game, it's been posted several times. People keep bothering about it. You were tried by an opponent, and you chose the Lord in that situation. Talk us through that. And talk about what it's been like as a Black athlete in the Big Ten, playing some other teams that don't have players that look like you all on the floor, and the backlash that comes with the type of player that you are and where you play.
During that moment, I was like going for the ball. She kept like dragging my arm, so I'm like just trying to get it out, and she started swinging off me. And then I went back at her, but I couldn't like get off anything. Like like my teammate was in front of me and the ref grabbed me, and I was just like, at this moment, I was like, it was messed up and it was frustrating because I'm like, I'm not that person that people tried to make me out to be. Because like for real, like I may be like a feisty person on the court, but I'm really nice. Like I laugh all the time. I make jokes. Like I be kicking it. Like it's nothing that I'm like, unless I'm getting forced into that. Like if somebody actually do something to me. So just I was just like I was over it. And not even gonna lie, like after the game and when everything started to surface, like people were coming at me, calling me racial slurs, and it was just like it was like frustrating, and not even gonna lie, it made me like rethink myself and just like messed up my flow because like during that moment I was doing good and then I dropped off for a little bit. But it was just a real like thing that was like I never thought that I would have to go through that. And it was like frustrating because like now it's happening at other schools, like people targeting it and coming at me. And like I'm not saying that I can't take it, like it is what it is. I'm gonna take it and take it with a grain of salt. But but some schools they gotta work on some of the things that they do. And even at Indiana, my mom and dad was there and they were hearing stuff, and I'm just the type of person like y'all can say all that stuff to me, but don't go back and forth with my mama and daddy. Like that's where I could draw the line at, cause they are my people. Don't do that. Like y'all could do all that stuff with me. I'ma take it. It is what it is. Y'all still hiding behind the screen in it. Like y'all ain't doing nothing to me. So oopsies. So like I'm just like at a point where I'm like, baby, you just hiding behind a screen. Like it is what it is. And then just being a person of my color, and it's just like irritating that I have to go through that, and I have to like watch how I do things. I can't be too aggressive. I have to like I'm still gonna be aggressive, but still like y'all getting mad at me because like I'm going for the
Mm-hmm.
ball, and then now y'all want to stop everything when I'm like every time like I'm in a tie up with somebody, I'm like I tell like the refs I'm not doing anything. Like I'm literally just playing. Like I'm not finna like I'm never the type to start something. Like
Hit her right.
yeah,
So,
so I'm like
so when you go for a jump ball or whatever or a tie ball, they immediately think you're about to get aggressive and steal on somebody.
yeah, like even in a Nebraska game, like when I got one of the ties, they were like, hey. I'm like, I said, I got the ball. I'm not doing nothing. She's all right. She's down the court. Thank you. Like, baby, I'm not gonna hurt her. I'm like, that's another thing that throws me off because like y'all think I'm finna hurt what am I finna touch this girl for? I didn't we is in a game, boo. I'm not trying to
Yeah,
get
like
ejected.
Yeah.
Y'all already done pulled that out. I'm
Right.
not trying to get ejected again.
Right.
So but like some things like it hurts me and irritates me, but at the same time, like if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping, boo. So
bloop.
Period.
Bloop.
Very
I love
true.
the duality. We
The
went from gospel to
um but on the real though, we thank you, Bree, so much. And we just want to say, like, we ride down when all of that took place. Baby, we was on the front lines.
I
Um,
saw
Did.
y'all.
and
Yeah, you
just
know how we
Did.
do.
and just know that, like, no matter what takes place, you always got a family in us. And we are gonna continue to support you as you do big things. And just keep being you because it's really dope. And we just want to see you, keep being yourself because
Be a
the
big
game
boy.
needs people like you.
Thank
In
you.
unapologetic hoopers, don't care, ain't scared, all of that. So keep doing your big one. And good luck in the tournament. Thank you, Bree.
Thank you. Thank you guys for
Yes.
Hiya.
having me.
Make sure y'all follow Bree on Twitter. Follow her on Twitter. And I
Please
put
follow,
Okay.
check the handle,
her
check the
NIL
handle.
link is in the
bling,
chat.
bling, bling,
NIL
bling,
link.
bling.
Cop a t-shirt, cop a hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
Do all of that. Get a jersey.
Get a
All of that.
jersey, get a shirt, get a hoodie, get a everything. Now,
Amen.
I'm not
Amen.
even posting on Twitter, boo. You gonna see
Bet.
it.
Bet. Thank
See
you,
you
Bree.
guys. Thank you
Thank
again for having
Thank
you.
me.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye, Bree.
Bye.
Yeah.
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 Now that 12 champ herself.
Hold on. The champ is in. The champ is in. Boom, 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 boom.
I was trying to do wrestling music. Never mind.
Dun, 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 dun. That was the
You
one.
think you know me? Who was that? That was Test.
That was
Let's not.
Triple
Take it
H.
easy, B.
Triple. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm a little older. Sorry, I don't know these young wrestlers. I don't know this young wrestling. So
Forbes
sorry.
list. The Forbes list is here. Hey, Kim,
You're
how's it going?
It's going well. How y'all doing?
Good.
Doing well.
Good. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump it off. First of all, congratulations on the 1 seed. How you feeling about that?
Thank you. We're really excited. Obviously, it's just crazy. I feel like it still hasn't really kicked in, but we're definitely excited. We feel good about our position.
I just got to interject here. I'm an alumni, so first of all, you know what time it is. Gang. Second of all, I just got to say that I'm so proud of y'all. Like, when the season started, I'm like, all right, we're going to be good. I don't think anybody had us being top 2 and then winning the Pac-12. So I'm so proud of y'all. Shout out to y'all's growth this year. It's been amazing to watch y'all and amazing to see how much y'all have grown as a team.
Yeah, we definitely have seen a lot of growth in a short period of time. So it's a great group, and I feel like we're all locked in on the same thing, which makes it easier.
I love that. Okay, well, let's go ahead and jump off with the first question. We'll just kind of round robin some of the questions as they come. So
before we do that, can we get a recap of the selection show party? Like, what was the vibe? What were y'all doing? Like, obviously, y'all had already punched your ticket to the big dance, so you were good. But like, what was that feeling actually finally being able to see your name and then like, we're just like, yeah, that's us. We did that.
Yeah, it was cool. It was good vibes. Had a lot of alum out there, a lot of people's family and friends. So, they had it lit for us. The band was in there. And yeah, just that anticipation. It's nice knowing that you're already in, but you still kind of have that anticipation, like, okay, who's going to be on our side of the bracket? Who they're going to give the other 1 seed to? We were really anticipating like that 8-9 game in our bracket. So, yeah, it was good vibes.
Okay. Go ahead, Dolores.
Good. So started out the Pac-12 at Cal. A lot of people don't know that, but decided to transfer to Harvard. What went into that decision? And how have you grown as a player, seeing yourself going from Harvard to now being at SC?
Yeah. Obviously, when Coach G left, we had like 5 seniors graduate. Kiana Smith transferred to Louisville. And then Coach Charm actually took a job with the Liberty. A lot of people don't know that, but she took a job with the Liberty before Lindsay left. And she ended up coming back to get the head coach job after I had kind of already entered the portal. So I was kind of like, should I stay? Should I go? To me, it was kind of like a sinking ship. We had lost like a lot of players. It was definitely going to be like a rebuilding situation. And I just wasn't really like down for that. Yeah, I knew I wanted to be, at a high academic institution because I kind of just saw basketball like blow up in front of my eyes. Like I was like, damn, this shit could like hit the fan real quick, no matter where you're at. So I was like, I better get like a good degree still. And then my brother was already up at Harvard. So I had been there a couple times. I was just kind of like, fuck it. Like I'll just try to get in. So definitely like a risky decision because there was no guarantees with that at all. Like I had to get it on my own merit. The coaches were like, we want you obviously, but like, it's not much we can do. So yeah, took that gap year and then I had a great time at Harvard. I think I developed a lot as a player there in different ways that I would have if I would have stayed at like a Power 5 school with, 6 All-Americans and whatever. Like I had the ball in my hands a lot. I had to just grow different areas of my game. I think I grew as a leader out there a lot. I think just development wise, I just got a lot better, I think, in those 2 years than I would have maybe anywhere else, with just like more pressure on me, the ball in my hands, having to play 1 through 4. And so I think a lot of that, a lot of the growth that I went through there, I think is showing up this year just on a bigger stage. So that's been pretty cool and pretty gratifying.
1 through 4 is crazy. Literally. Jinkies. All right, you ready for the next question?
Yeah.
No, I can't say jinkies. Y'all don't like that?
No. It ages us a little bit.
Don't do that. Don't do me like that. Okay, so anywho, I'm talking to her. I ain't talking to y'all. So, like Shay mentioned, a lot of people had y'all being good, but maybe not as good. I want to know, like, in the locker room, I'm adding my own question. Did y'all know, like, yeah, we finna be like that. We finna get a number 1 seed. We finna run through the pack. Like, did y'all know that, or was it like, oh snap, like we making some moves?
I don't think it was ever like we're gonna run through anybody. Like we have a lot of respect for the Pac, obviously. Super competitive conference, none of those games were won easily. But yeah, I think we did have that confidence to say, like, even in the summer, I was kind of like, okay, we got some pieces. Like, if we can put it together, it's gonna look real good, But in the same breath, it's like, if you don't put it together, it could look real bad, Like, I think it was after our first UCLA game, like that first Pac-12 game, we lost by like 7, and like Coach G was like, like, if that game showed us anything, like, you could be a Final Four contender, or you could also lose your next 4. Like, that's how good this conference is. And so that kind of mindset for us was just like, I think that helped me, at least personally, to be like, all right, like any weekend can go either way. So like, you're just super grateful for like a 2-win weekend in the Pac. But I definitely, like, with Ju and like the pieces that we have, we have rim protection, we have scoring, we have shooters. Like, I knew that we had the pieces. So I'm just glad that it all worked out. I think we're starting to play some of our best basketball, or we started to play some of our best basketball at like the perfect time. I think that stretch of like beating Oregon State up there, then coming back home, beating Colorado. When we were going into the Pac tournament, like I felt really good. Like going into the Pac-12 tournament, I was like, we're winning this shit. Like I think everyone in the locker room could say that. Because just having played everyone in the Pac, like we didn't really fear anyone. Like we felt like it's all matchups, and we felt like, we've seen every defense thrown at us.
Say that again. It's all what?
It's all matchups.
We be trying to teach the girls that they don't be listening. Matchups.
No, but yeah, like I think that confidence was definitely always alive in our locker room. But even with that confidence, like it doesn't always work out that way. I think even some of the freshmen, like, or the younger classmen, it's like, y'all don't realize how hard it is to get a damn 1 seed, like, and to have a group that is like good enough, and like, thank God, like injuries haven't really plagued us, like stuff like that. It's really hard to get this good of a group. So it's been cool to see.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting that you talked about your Ivy League, transition, because you, Kayla, KD, y'all are all, Ivy League hoops, and y'all came here and y'all cooking. So what do you think America should know about Ivy League hoops as a whole? Because I don't think anybody saw this kind of growth from y'all this year.
Yeah, I mean, the Ivy League has hoopers, man. Like, I think people just don't really watch it, so you wouldn't know. I mean, Princeton comes to the tournament every year. They're gonna win that first game. You know what I mean? Like, they're not. I think the one thing about the Ivy League that I would say is the difference is just the size of the post play. Like, that's really the only difference to me. And I've done Pac-12 and Ivy and back. Like, the guard play is the guard play. Like, I know some Ivy guards that'll cook a lot of these.
Say it.
So, and even you talk about Caitlin Chen, like they came to UCLA and they lost by 2 or whatever they lost by, with their starting 5 is 6'2", So, it's good hoop out there, and I would just say, like, I would watch it before you say anything, because I think, like, if anything, me and KD have proven that, like, we can go with the best of them. Like, KD can bang and rebound over any 4 in the country, in my opinion, and KP shooting 50% from 3. So it's like, and these people were leaders on their teams. Obviously, it's not a star-studded as a Power 5 that has 8 all-American McDonald's All-Americans, but I feel like because of that, they have to be on their P's and Q's in every other area. Like, it's disciplined basketball, it's team basketball. The coaching, the X's and O's is top tier. So, yeah. Definitely put some respect on the Ivy.
You heard her. I can I ask this next one, y'all?
Yes.
So I went to both USC UCLA home games. Sold out, crazy atmosphere. Talk about how that has impacted the city and how much fun it's been for y'all to have like that rivalry with these 2 great teams.
It's been incredible. Yeah, like you said, like for the city of LA, I think it's been dope. Like, and I just love that it's the girls teams like putting it back on. Like,
yep,
it's too fire. But yeah, just to see both stadiums packed out, like, it feels great to be those teams that kind of brought it back to the forefront. And I think, like, obviously you have someone like JuJu, like she's bringing the city out, and with that being said, you got to win games too. But it's really just cool to see, and especially her being from here, and we have a lot of LA kids. I have a lot of family in LA. It's just really cool to see the community kind of wrap their arms around us in that way. And you know, we're playing good basketball. You know, every single game with them has been, you know, super lit. So
the dog fight.
That the product is there.
Wait, now I gotta ask, who's the biggest trash talker? It's a rivalry, so who's the biggest trash talker in the series on either team? You gotta give me some names.
You're trying to bait me, man.
I know how it go. I've been to the games. I've seen how it get a little testy. I'm just trying to ask.
I don't even know. I don't know if it's a lot of. I wouldn't say it's a lot of like trash talking. It's honestly like more complaining to the refs. Like that's what. But no, it's always gonna be a good game. I don't really be talking like that. I always tell the ref, I'm like, I don't have energy to do extra stuff. Like, trust me, I have enough to worry about. You know, trying to lead our group and trying to do all this. Like, I don't have energy to waste my breath talking. So I try to stay out of it.
Okay.
We gonna throw this one in there, and then we got 2 more questions for you after this one. But I see you on social media. I know you see what's happening in the world of hoops. So make a case for JuJu as the best player in the country. And I'm gonna put my hands right here, squeeze my knees together, and I'm gonna listen.
Oh man, no, I'm on a serious note. Like, Ju is incredible. I think you all have witnessed, anyone who's followed us. I think like to take a program, what she's done with this program in her first year is unlike anything I've ever witnessed. You know, I don't know what they finished in the pack last year. I think 6th or 7th, but to say that she took us to a number 2 finish in the pack, Pac-12 championship, number 1 seed in the tournament. Like, every other 1 seed you're looking at is led by like seniors, superstars, you know, the juggernaut of South Carolina. And for Ju to come in and channel that in just 1 year, I mean, it's insane. Her usage rate is insane. The attention she draws, that, I mean, I just like her because she takes the best defender off of me. I'm like, cool. I'll take whoever's up next. But no, truly, I mean, the way she impacts the game on every single stat, she's blocking shots, she's getting steals, she's rebounding. And another thing you have to look at is like, okay, if we finish 2 in the pack, Rhea is not on any All Pac-12 team. We don't have to year. You know, I get on the Pac-12 team, but it's like, okay, we only have 2 players on it, and she led us to the top. It's like, okay, well, if she's doing all that, like if she's carrying that much load, we don't have anything else that's good, then what does that say about her? Do you know what I mean? Or else it has to be Ray is also on the Pac-12 team. Lindsay's making a case for Coach of the Year. Do you know what I mean? Like, to me, it can't be, oh, they don't have, JuJu's not that good and the rest of them are not that good. Well, then how are we finishing? How are we number 1 seed?
Right.
You know what I mean?
You gonna make me stand up.
You right.
2 + 2 is what? 4.
Come on, Kenzie. Come on.
But you know, there's obviously, as we know, there's a lot that goes into it. But I really just hope people do recognize that, like, she is a star right now. There is no, she's the next up. Like, she's her right now. And I think she's shown that all season. She showed up in big games. And like, yeah, just everything that's thrown at her. And she's getting a new cut every game they got a bandage up her arm. I'm like, she needs to just start.
Holly need to come at her with the camera about
she needs to start the game with the bandages on, because they need
Holly.
Yeah.
You ate that up. I appreciate it.
But no, yeah, Ju is she's definitely generational. It's been really cool to be able to be her teammate and kind of help her in any way that I can, just with experience. But she's extremely humble, great teammate, extremely coachable. She definitely has all the tools.
Wow, ate that up. Okay, just a little fun one.
Wait, let me do this one.
Go ahead, B, because B love to
So, back in the day, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, I'm from South Carolina. So, of course, we grow up saying USC. However, a particular movie came around and really introduced me. I was a theater kid, but it introduced me to the other USC, your USC. Shout out to Love and Basketball. And so, there were some amazing women who went to this school, who played for that program. And so I want to know, with you being the scholar that you are, obviously, your history and all that good things, give me your top 5 USC starting 5.
This is a great question. Okay. You got to go Cheryl. Does it have to be like the positions or just all time 5?
No, just go 5.
All time.
Just 5.
All right. You got to go Cheryl.
It's positionless basketball anyway nowadays.
Exactly. Cheryl, Lisa, Tina. You got to throw Coop in there. She's a bucket. You got to throw Coop in there.
Hey, y'all had everybody.
You can put yourself on the list.
Put yourself in there. You can put Monica in there.
You got to put Ju
Monica,
in there.
no. She can't put Monica.
You can't
Monica, Sidra, Tanya Randall.
Who the one
She
that
got pregnant.
Oh yeah, Tanya Randall got pregnant and decided not to show.
Oh my God.
That's a team, y'all. That's a damn team.
The SC Legends are tough, man. It's actually crazy.
I got one other fun question.
Go ahead, B.
When y'all doing that dunking for some dunks again? Because I might need to pull up and I can get you a pair.
Back your ass up from this camera. You got me feeling tight.
I was gonna go out there and tear up something like ACL, MCL, LBD, something. I saw them shoes y'all was giving away. I was gonna try to get me a pair of them. Huh?
Bro, we had a girl out there in a boot trying to dunk. That shit was hilarious.
Did y'all give her something just for attempting though?
We did.
Okay.
Do we get a trampoline?
See, that's why she went out there, because she knew she'd get some sympathy in that boot.
Do we get a trampoline? Well, I touched like 10-1 just off the ground. How much further I got to go?
Too far.
Oh my God.
That is not your ministry, beloved.
Don't do that. I got long arms.
You Kenzie, you mentioned the legends, and Cheryl has been courtside like all season. What has it been like to have somebody of that magnitude there cheering y'all on? And what does she kind of talk to y'all about and giving y'all that y'all are going to take with y'all into the tournament?
Yeah, it's been crazy. Like Cheryl, like you said, y'all see it. Like she's been courtside at everything. She'll pull up to practice. She was pulling up to practice in the summer. And not just her, like a lot of people from that team. Rhonda, who was their point guard, she texted me before every game. Just reminding me like lead, be a leader. Make sure I'm rallying the troops. But yeah, I mean Cheryl's a legend. It's just crazy. I feel like I still don't even fully like take in like what it means for her to be on the sideline, but we're just really grateful that we can form that relationship with like past and present, because a lot of them talk about, like they didn't come back to SC. They didn't really feel welcome, didn't feel like there was a place for them there. And like what this group has done for like bringing their teammates back together and stuff has been really cool to see. And not just from that team, like from, the 96 team and 2000s and all of that, like the alum have really like poured into us. So I think we're just grateful more than anything to be able to like just kind of bring it back and bring it back to the forefront of the national discussion and shine light on them while it's being shined on us. Cause like, they paved the way. SC is not what it is without them. And I think more than anything, like they give us a goal to strive for. I think that's been the biggest thing for me is like, we've done here, we can do it here. We actually like watched, it was like JuJu, KD and Otto, I think, like when we were in Arizona in the hotel, like we just looked up the like 84 Natty champ game like on YouTube. And we just watched it. We watched like the last 10 minutes, which is hilarious. But I really do feel like it's just giving us the blueprint, and we're just super grateful for them.
Well, we thank you. We know you have to go, so we're going to wrap you up with this one. You guys are a 1 seed now, and as most of us are on stage, are from the other South Carolina. How do you feel about a potential SC versus SC Natty primetime all-star best of the best money game for the title? Who are you looking to see in the championship?
Chicken wings versus the Trojan wings.
I don't know. It's hard to look. It's hard to look so far ahead. We're just trying to get a home sweep right now this weekend and get us out of here and get to Portland. But whoever we meet in the final, I think is going to be lit. South Carolina is obviously incredible. Don's got a well-oiled machine over there. But I really do. I think we have the pieces to match up with anyone. I think we have size and we have scoring at the wing. I think we have great guard play, which really matters in March. And I think we're experienced. I think the double OT game with Arizona helped us win the double OT game versus UCLA. And I think I'm really glad we got those kind of like nail biter games to kind of like rapidly mature some of our team that like hasn't played in March, or some of our team like Ju, who's a freshman. So I do think ready for anyone in front of us, but we're not looking that far ahead yet.
Okay, I'll look for you.
Thank you. Now, hold on, Kenzie. Before you go, now I'm alum, so when I come to the games this weekend, where do I get the brown hoodie that y'all been wearing that everybody's been asking about?
That's that.
You smiling? So is it a secret? Like, what do I have to do?
That's that exclusive. I can't even get my hands on that yet.
All right, so we're gonna work on that. But thank you, Kenzie, for coming. We really appreciate you. We will be watching and cheering.
No, for sure. I appreciate you guys, and I love following y'all on Twitter. So keep it going.
Right, we need to see you in Cleveland. I know you're looking one at a time, but I need to see you with a fresh twist. So
you said when we make it to the final, y'all ain't hear that? She slid that in.
I heard it.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kenzie. Follow her on Twitter, y'all.
Add her. Do all that. And buy some stuff.